Hi everyone. There's a reason that people ask me for advice when they want to include a third in the bedroom. I've been in the swinger lifestyle for many years and I know what it's like to have a threesome for the first time. I also know how it feels to be wanting to experience something, but also feel really apprehensive at the same time. It's frustrating and it can leave you feeling unsure of whether or not you really want to be involved and what might happen if you are. This can result in people missing out on what they would like to experience. And you're not alone if you feel like you are missing out. A surprising number of people have confided in me over the years that they would love to have a threesome, but they have no idea how to make it happen or whether they should make it happen. But in this video, I'll be sharing with you some of my biggest fears that I had when a couple asked me for a threesome and how I overcame them. My name is Rosie Kay, and I'm an ethical non-monogamy coach for both couples and singles who want to start in the swinger lifestyle. On my blog site, ThisKindaGirl.co.uk, I banish the stigma about ethical non-monogamy and who swingers really are. Now, the first fear that I had, and I think it's one which many people have thought of, is that I would feel like a spare part. I think everyone worries about this, and it's something that I was really hung up about. But remember, if it's a couple who you plan to play with and you are bisexual, like myself, then chances are they will both show you attention. And if you're part of a couple and you're worried that your partner may focus their attention on the other person more than you, which again could result in you feeling left out, then you need to communicate this to your partner beforehand and talk about your fears and discuss scenarios where all three of you are involved. And if one of you is feeling left out, or if one of you is feeling, unsure about what's happening and you like to take some time out, then again, make sure you talk about that and how to kind of stop what's happening and take a little bit of time out to talk about it, to put your fears to one side and to reconnect and communicate. Because again, this is something which some people, they just don't do and they don't realize the importance of. And being able to talk to each other and check in with each other is something which is really important. But I think feeling like a spare part is something which many people will be able to relate to. And also having a talk about what it is you'd like to enjoy. Are there scenarios where all three of you will be involved? Are there certain things which you can do where you'll all be enjoying something? These are all things which you need to discuss. So the second thing I kept doing was, and again, I think everyone does this, whether you're a swinger or not, whether you're being intimate or not, is comparing your looks and your body shape and pretty much everything to the other woman and worrying that they wouldn't find me attractive or that her body was better than mine. The list goes on and on, guys and girls. And I think, as I said, this is something we are all susceptible of doing, regardless of whether it's a threesome situation or not, because comparing ourselves to others is something that we all do. And when you introduce sex and intimacy and getting naked and, strangers, it all heightens and it all becomes a lot worse. And sometimes if you've never had a threesome or you've never been involved in a situation where you've seen other people kind of naked around you and you're not used to that, it can be extremely daunting. Now, one thing I did, which wasn't a very easy thing to do, was accept that and tell myself that all bodies are different. Yes, of course she's going to be different to me. Yes, of course, she's going to have a different body type to me and be completely different because she's a completely different person. And there's no point comparing what I have and what my body's like and all these things to her, because ultimately it's a completely different experience and it becomes futile. And obviously other things I did was wear things to boost my self-esteem, which I think is something which we all do. We all dress to impress. We all dress ways which flatter our bodies. We all dress in things which make us feel great, and wear whatever it is you feel comfortable in. You know what bits of your body you love to flaunt, and you know what bits you like to keep covered up. So, for example, I'm not a big fan of my breasts, guys and girls. A lot of you kind of find this bizarre about me, but I'm not. And so for me, kind of getting them out in a swinger situation, I have to be really relaxed in order to do that. So there are things that you can do if you're not feeling overly comfortable or confident. You don't have to strip off all your clothes. You don't have to get naked. You know, you can wear different outfits. You can move at a pace in which you feel comfortable in. And also just that realization that we're all different and we're all beautiful the way we are. And one of the best things I did to overcome a lot of these fears was I confided in the female half of the couple about my fears beforehand, which wasn't a very easy thing to do, but I did. And in return, she confided in me her fears, which were pretty much the same as mine. And we soon realized that we were worried about the same things, and it became much easier to relax. You know, she was worried she'd feel like a spare part. She was worried because my body is different to hers. And in actual fact, she was kind of worried that her mum would prefer me and my body because very different shapes. So yeah, it was like, and yeah, it was quite a revelation, but it was really refreshing and it was reassuring, and also it kind of brought us together, and it just made the whole situation a lot more normal. So it was quite a good thing to do. Now, I am frequently asked about my swinger experiences, and this question about kind of fears of that I had when I first had threesome is one which one of my coaching clients asked me. So if you're watching, then this video is for you. So I am frequently asked about my swing experiences, and over in TKG Club, I share these experiences with my members, from what it was like when I first visited a club, to what it's like to have an orgy, to what it's like to visit swinger clubs as a single person. All these different experiences that I've had over the last 10 years that I've been in the swinger lifestyle, I write about, I make videos about, and I share with my members of TKG Club. Now, the reason I do this in TKG Club is because they are extremely adult, a little bit explicit, and not the kind of thing that you can put out there in public knowledge or public life. I have had a few of my pieces of content removed. Thank you very much, Google. So there's a reason that they're all in TKG Club. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you found it helpful, and I hope you found it insightful. If you wish to be part of my Genuine Swingers community and you want to read those reviews and club reviews, experiences, behind the scenes content, watch my video, then you do have to be part of my TKG Club. And also I make lots and lots of workshops, members meetups, and fun events for members as well. So if you like this kind of content, there's a whole lot of that there as well. And finally, before I go, did you know that I'm doing a workshop called Threesomes Made Easy? It's live in a few weeks' time on the 22nd of September. But if you don't get to watch, or if you're watching this video after the 22nd of September, then you can find it in TKG Club, where members can watch for free. And remember this, guys and girls, an open relationship doesn't mean one person simply having sex while completely disregarding their existing relationship and their partner's emotions. Genuine swinging is about honest conversation and real connection based on mutual respect. I shall see you all